The lineups. Sorry about the delay there. The lineup for Quorn, there have been a couple of number changes, if you would have seen the sheet in the clubhouse. In goal, number 1, Charlie Woods. Number 2, Charlie Marzano. Number 3, Silvio Bello. Number 14, Kyle Bryant. Number 15, Chris Robertson. Number 8, Ryan Bezic. Number 22, Devon Kelly-Evans. Number 9, Billy Key. Number 10, Kane Noble. Number 11, Paddy Webb. And number 19, Corey Grantham. Substitute for number 4, Reece Fife. Number 6, Jack Samples. Number 12, Ant Carney. Number 17, Tom Hilton. And number 16, Tyrell Shannon Lewis. Referee today is William Murray, and his assistants are Callum Everett and Christopher Arnell. A little bit of housekeeping. In case you haven't heard, the next home game, Hinkley Leicester Road, has been brought forward 2 days. That will be played a week today. That's Saturday the 30th of December at 3 o'clock. So not on New Year's Day as previously advertised. So once again, that's Hinkley Leicester Road will play on Saturday.
It's that time of the weekend again, boys and girls. Welcome to live commentary of Coventry Sphinx on the road. And for the third time this season, it's a trip to Quorn. Liam Cook with you throughout the entirety of this afternoon's match from a slightly colder and more blustery Farley Way than we were accustomed to back in September when we were in the middle of one of the biggest heat waves in history. Safe to say that we aren't going to need the sun cream today. Right, let's get you into the team news, starting with our hosts of Quorn. Starting for Quorn today, number 1, Charlie Woods. 2, Charlie Marzano. Number 3, Silvio Bello. 14, Kyle Bryant. 15, Chris Robertson. 19, Corey Grantham. 8, the captain, Ryan Bezic. Number 9, Billy Key. 10, Kane Noble. 11, Paddy Webb. And 22 is Devon Kelly-Evans. On the bench for the Methodists, number 4, Reece Fife. 6, Jack Samples. 12, Ant Carney. 17, Tom Hilton. And number 16, Tyrell Shannon Lewis. And for the Sphinx, number 1, Keelan Fallows. 2, Callum Whiteside. 3, Finley Shorrock. Number 4, the captain, Luke Downs. Number 5, William Edgingwele. Number 6, James Bryson. 7, Joe Percy. Number 8, Jack Downs. 9, Matty Shipman. Number 10, Jack Redhead. And number 11, Alex Locke. On the bench for Coventry, number 12, Callum Woodward. 14, Jordan Hayward. 15, Gio Dainty. 16, Jamal Adams. And number 17, Calum Bailey-Nichols. So decidedly more defensive unit today for Coventry Sphinx, seemingly going for a back 5. Sphinx, for the first time this season, wearing their changed third strip, all white, Scar inspired. And Quorn, all in red. Quorn, obviously the favourites heading into this one in the upper echelons of the table. Sphinx need to try and pick up points where they can as we start to enter the business end of the 23-24 season, I should say. We are underway. Sphinx kicking from left to right. And touching the ball for Silvio Bello. Robertson. Now Bryant. Giving away cheaply in the midfield. Jack Downs runs onto it. Here's Matty Shipman. Shoulder to shoulder with Marzano. Got to Downs. And it will be shepherded into touch well by Bryant. Good strength on show from Bryant, who was supposed to wear the number 5 shirts this afternoon, but it was changed just before the match to number 14. Goal kick quickly taken by Charlie Woods. Patient play from Quorn at the back. Bryant not rushing into anything. Back to Marzano. Bryant again. He's got to be careful. He has to duck away from Matty Shipman. Back with Woods. Rolled across to Bello from Robertson. Bezic, the skipper. Trying to float one over the back line, but met in the air by Callum Whiteside and hoofed into safety by Bryson. Bello has no choice but to nod that one into touch deep into Quorn territory, under pressure from Shipman. So a throw to come in from the right wing for the Sphinx. It's the third meeting in League and Cup this season between the two sides. So far it's been 1 draw and 1 victory for Quorn. Coventry would love to make it 1 apiece. Luke Downs. Redhead under pressure and eventually crowded out Bezic. Able to knock it over to Bello. Billy Key. Kelly Evans under pressure from Locke and loses out, wrapping his leg around the former Sky Blues youngster. Shorrock tricks his way past Webb. Redhead looking to tap it onto Jack Downs, but turned away. He'll come back with Shorrock. Bryson, a rare appearance for him this season, an injury hit campaign. Downs. Now with William Edgingwele, another former Coventry City player, was at the club at a different time than Devon Kelly Evans. Redhead taking on Kelly Evans. Onto Shipman. We know what he can do with the ball with his feet. Locke. Deflected out to Shorrock. Bit of help from Jack Downs. Down line to Redhead. Put in touch by Marzano. Throw in Sphinx. Shorrock's throw. Not back to him by Locke. To Downs. Seems to be forced away from the penalty area. Here's Jack Downs. Floats it right. He was looking for Joe Percy. Bello got his bounce to it first. And glances it out for a throw-in on the near side of the field. Locke offering the short option. Bounces off his thigh. Shipman first, the second. So there's a pocket of space for Percy on the right. Percy's delivery towards Shipman. Crucial header away. And Kelly Evans swiped it across to Bello. Bryant doing well to prevent the ball reaching Woods' net. Grantham. Back to Woods, closed down by Shipman. Has to act quickly and just swipes it right to Marzano. One being made by Paddy Webb along the right-hand side, but he can't get there for the ball. bounces into touch for a Sphinx throw just in front of the home dugout. Of course, let you know what's going on in the professional divisions, including at the Stadium of Light, where Coventry City are taking on Sunderland, and around the grounds in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands. A full host of fixtures today. The last round of games before Christmas on Monday, and then, of course, on Tuesday, it's the Boxing Day schedule. Coventry Sphinx taking on Lye Town. Launched up from the back from Coventry Sphinx and harmlessly into the hands of Woods from Robertson. Well, that's a Bello. Bezic and Robertson. Nearly caught in possession by Redhead, who's closing down Woods, who hastily clears. Down the halfway line, the far side of the field. 5 minutes gone at Farley Way. Still 0-0 between Quorn and Coventry Sphinx. Apologies if you did hear a little bit of coughing during the game. Unfortunately, commentators do get colds too. Redhead, little trip by Bezic as he shielded the ball from the big number 8. Free kick to Sphinx, around 20 yards into home territory. It's going to be Redhead standing over it. Some sizable presences in that box, including Shipman and Locke. Referee checking that there's nothing untoward going on the edge of the penalty area as Redhead sizes up his options. Well, it may have worked in a rugby game, but it won't fly in football, unfortunately. Far too high from Jack Redhead. We've been keeping an eye on what's going on in the Premier League. You'll know Manchester United suffered another defeat. 2-0 at West Ham. And so far there's been no further scores. Shark. That's caught in possession in the centre circle, and that's Devon Kelly-Evans, the little pocket rocket racing towards the net. He's got Key on his left-hand side, finds Billy Key, the former Accrington Stanley striker. Down to Bello as Quorn to calm things down. Robertson forced back to the goalkeeper by Jack Redhead. Woods quickly launches it to the right from Mazzano. Taps it on only into the path of Shorrock. Bezic intercepts and hoofs it back to Robertson, who will leave it to go to Woods, and a reset for Quorn. Kelly-Evans. Grantham shields the ball from down to back to Kelly-Evans, playing a deeper role than we're used to seeing him at his previous clubs, including the Neaton Borough. Robertson. Down the middle to Key. Experienced EFL striker. Took a break from the game due to his mental health. A real advocate for mental health in football. Bello down line to Kelly-Evans again. In his own half, swishes the play over to Charlie Mazzano. In fact, he'll reach Bryant first. Bryant strolls forward with Mazzano at his right, lays it up to Mazzano. And now the chance for Webb, who's so dangerous against Sphinx in the previous encounters between the two. Webb runs it into touch as he looked for the cross. Jack Down saying, "You shall not pass." Echinguele and Bryson with a few words to try and figure out how they're going to stop Webb today. Last meeting between these two sides ended Coventry Sphinx's debut FA Trophy campaign in a 4-0 victory for Quorn. I'll hope, the away side at least will hope that that will not be repeated today, as the goal kick from Eden Fallows has gone off the head of Mazzano, being challenged for it by Matty Shipman. Some of the younger members of the Quorn faithful aren't too happy with that one. Bryson, looking for Shipman, beaten mid-air by Bryant, but not a fair few yards on that throw. And Sphinx will have another just in front of the away dugouts. Bryson looking for options further towards the penalty area. Bryson's throw towards Shipman. Nods it on towards Jack Downs. High on by Downs into the area, but falls into the hands of Woods. Granford like a freight train racing down the left-hand side, looking to take on the skipper, Luke Downs. Cuts it inside to Key, surrounded by white shirts. Nearly loses out to Redhead, but slides it to a teammate in Bezic, who finds Kelly Evans. Now to Bello, back to Kelly Evans. Robertson, as things calm down for Quorn at the back. Launched up, nodded away from the penalty area by Whiteside. Bello keeps it alive with Kelly Evans. Grantham. It's Bryant's got to make sure he doesn't lose out to Shipman here. Finds Marzano on the right. Long ball by Marzano, cushion header down by Echingwele, and Shorrock ends the danger. Bounces at the feet of Matty Shipman, but the seconds fall to Bryant. Kelly Evans chested away from Alex Locke, and it's safely back with Woods. 10 minutes gone in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Quorn 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. Both sides just feeling each other out. Don't want to make any mistakes early on. The first 5 minutes belong to Sphinx. The last 5 have been a more even contest. Now Webb judges the bounce well against Shark, puts it into the area, turned away by Bryson out for the throw. First real signal of intent from Quorn on that right side. Here's Kelly Evans looking to cut in from the throw. Grantham tries to turn his man in Jack Downs, slides it in towards Webb. Shark gets there first and slides it across the penalty area. Nodded down by Bello on the seconds. Whiteside to Locke. Plenty of height on that one. How much distance will it be? It's about 10 yards away from the penalty area as Bello tried to keep that one from going into the crowd, but he has got the ball now. Throw from Bello to come. Bezic trying to create some separation. It's chested down by Kelly Evans, kept in by Bello. Back into their own half of the field, Quorn with Chris Robertson. Bezic in holding midfield wearing the captain's armband. Bryant strolls up from the back. Finds Marzano. Grantham. Marzano looking for the overlap and gets the overlap. Grantham still with him and he needs him under pressure from Downs. Grantham. And the ball to Bezic, cut out in midfield by Shipman, but Kelly Evans does the same as Shipman was waiting for someone to make a run from midfield. The run wasn't made. Bezic. Hopeful probing ball into the penalty area. Fowles has to dive onto it before Kane Noble could do any damage. Fallows bouncing the ball on the fringes of his penalty area, swipes it upfield. Shipman glancing header onto Redhead, but the heavy touch takes it into the path of Bezic. Plays it back to Robertson, and Robertson looking for the lofted ball towards Grantham. Bryson, no nonsense defending, heads it to the touchline. Shot tried to keep it within the confines of play, but just that fraction of a second too late. Throw to Grantham. Marzano beating down to a pace. Past 1, past 2, he couldn't take it past Shorrock. And Luke Downs with the clearance on the edge of his penalty area. Shipman. Out muscles Kelly Evans, looking to skip through the challenge of Bezic. Referee says it's fair game, good strength on show from the Quorn captain. Marzano. Grantham on the right now, Bezic. Probing ball along the left-hand side to Bello with a crossing opportunity. Into the centre with Kelly Evans. Plenty of space for Marzano on the right-hand side, and here he is shining Marzano at right back. Looking for a path through the Sphinx back line, Grantham. Marzano back to Bryant, Sphinx holding firm. They know what to expect from a Quorn team who are among the best attackers in the league. Grantham. Slips it into Bezic. The return ball to Grantham, just out of reach for Bezic. Stretch to get a touch on that ball, but it's collected by Redhead. The Sphinx trying to play it out of danger rather than just boot it, and they've lost out. The ball to the left-hand side, drifts into touch for a throw in front of the Quorn management. Knocking on the door of that penalty area. Can Quorn take advantage? Grantham. Marzano. It's a heavy one for Noble to control. He struggled for a moment, but Shark's challenge takes it out for a throw, so it's probably the best option that Noble could have hoped for. Now level with the box. The Methodists have the throw. Chested down by Key. Back to Mazzano. Billy Key in space for the cross. Closed down by Shark. And Shark charges it down. I think somebody's lost a shin pad as well. But the ball bobbles to the halfway line where Robertson's there to collect. Bello followed all the way by Shipman. Silvio Bello, great pace. Spots Webb in space on the left. Cuts in on Percy. Webb, it was a hopeful cross. Hoping to get onto the head of Billy Key, but brought down safely by Fallows. No real opportunity so far in the opening 15 minutes. It stays scoreless between Quorn and Coventry Sphinx. Fallows kick. Percy's up for it, and the second time asking gets his head on it. Lock. Oh, it's stabbed away by Bezic. Silvio Bello. Back with Robertson and Shipman again, lurking menacingly. Woods gets it away in time, but only just. His kick nodded down by Shorik. On by Jack Downs. Now Redhead returning to Jack Downs. Shipman's in there. Downs going for glory himself. Blocked by Bryant. Looking for Shipman now, but Bello cuts him off. Probably the best move of the half for Coventry Sphinx. Kelly Evans at the midfield scramble for the ball. Grantham plays a 1-2 with Mazzano. Bryant to Devon Kelly Evans, who was a member of the squad for Coventry City when they won the Checker Trade Trophy against Oxford at Wembley Stadium, and yes, yours truly was there that day. Bezic. Here's lofted ball, did it bounce off the shoulder of the Quorn man? Well, it's deflected out for a throw into Quorn. Knocking on the fringes of the penalty area for the home side, who now start to look comfortable. Mazzano looking for the 1-2 with Grantham. That's a duck and dive away from the challenges of Redhead and Shorik. Kelly Evans into the centre circle now with Robertson. Finds Bello with a little pocket of space, now taking on Percy. He's got Paddy Webb with him. Bezic looked to return to Bello, but intercepted by Percy. Here's Matty Shipman. Death ball through to Jack Downs. Along the right-hand side, needs support. Shipman was trying to get into position for him, but Downs had one thing in mind and ran into the challenge of the Quorn defender, and the home side have it back. This is one of the more determined performances I've seen from Jack Downs this season, alongside his brother Luke, who captains the team. Vice captain Lewis Guest unavailable today. Club captain Callum Woodward on the bench, almost acting as a de facto joint manager with his dad John Woodward in the absence of Sean Thomas. A little trip there on Charlie Mazzano results in a free kick on the far side of the field, about 15 yards into Sphinx territory. It's played across the back line for Quorn. Is Bezic playing a more defensive role at the moment. And aimless ball towards the left-hand corner of the pitch. Webb wasn't going to reach that one, throwing in their own backyard to the Sphinx. And one goal in the Premier League to tell you about. Spurs lead Everton by 1 goal to nil. A 9th minute goal from Richarlison. It's still 0-0 between Sunderland and Coventry City. And if you missed the Championship full-time result from Leeds-Ipswich, it was Leeds 4, Ipswich 0. Great result for Leeds United in that one, who could only draw against Coventry last time out. Redhead juggling it about on the edge of the area. Keeps it away from Bello. And Bello keeping his sights on Redhead and off Joe Percy. Percy's cross cannons off Bello. And it will be a corner. Bello feeling that it came back off Joe Percy. It's not a view that the linesman shares, and he was in perfect position. Redhead has the short option with Luke Downs, but he's going to go for a more conventional delivery. In my Redhead, it's over edging Gwele and nodded to the opposite side of the field by Billy Key. Mazzano hoofs it up, looking for Kelly Evans or Webb. It was towards Paddy Webb, and Jack Downs has to cushion it out for a throw-in right in the corner. It looked like for a moment it was going to be a corner at the opposite end, but it has just robbed that opposite side of the flag. It's Kelly Evans down line to Mazzano. Cross doesn't beat the first man in James Bryson. Finds Shipman upfield, overlapping run being made by Jack Downs, and here is Downs. Did he take it over the line? Referee says no, but it doesn't matter anyway. He's played the ball along the touchline and out. He's looking for Shipman's run, which wasn't made. 20 minutes gone, still scoreless. And there haven't been too many goals in the majority of games, but there have been quite a lot of goals in one game, which we'll tell you about the next time the ball goes out of play. Only 3 games have goals in the Pitching Northern Premier League Midlands. One has more than most. Robertson. So to get towards the edge of the penalty area for Coventry Sphinx. It's cleared by Whiteside under no real pressure. It couldn't be said for Alex Locke, who had to avoid the challenge of Bello. And Bello again steams in on Alex Locke and takes the ball back for Quorn. Mazzano looking to pace away from Redhead, a tough task. Little hand on the shoulder by Redhead, but Mazzano continues with the advantage. It was a long advantage, and eventually it is pulled back for the free kick. Mazzano looked to find Grantham on the right side. So score updates from the Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Spalding 1, Walsall Wood 0, Swarton Castle 1, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. And get this, only 20 minutes in, Sutton Coldfield 3, Rugby Town 0. And actually Sutton Coldfield took the lead in the first minute. And actually, to make it even sound even better, it was 3-0 after 10 minutes. 2 goals from Hilton and 1 from Byrne. This free kick for Quorn, the best opportunity that anyone's had so far. Can they make it count? No shots on target. Can't recall a shot off target either. It's going to be Bezic, who puts it towards Fallows, and it's wide at the near post. It does count as a goal from a strike from Bezic, but it won't be causing any problems for the visitors. Although it's not break through. Excuse me. Fallows skews it to the right post. He tried to keep it in, but it just bounces out off the fencing. So Webb will leave it for Bello at Bello's request and throw it to Webb. Challenge in from Percy. Webb able to maintain possession. It's in a sea of white. Trying to knock it through for Bello, but Bello was a little late on the scene. So Percy's throw deep into Spinks' half. Towards Matty Shipman, glancing header on towards Redhead. Bryant collects and rolls back to Woods. Bryant. It's rolling it away from the back line. No real pressure. Mazzano gets those legs racing like a traction engine down the right-hand side. It's a high cross, too high. And Webb will not be able to catch that one on the way out. Throw in on the right wing for Coventry Sphinx, right on the touchline. We are now halfway through the first half here at Fileway, and only one opportunity to tell you about that free kick from Bezic, which, in fairness, caused no real problems for Coventry Sphinx. It's not been an attacking classic, but you have to think there are goals in this one. Bryant, again, pressing from the back. Mazzano got past Shorrock, but let the ball get away from him to Bryson. And that's handball against Matty Shipman as he received it on the edge of the centre circle in the Sphinx half from that boot from the back. Bezic. Robertson. Bello wants it on the left and gets it. Silvio Bello. Bezic switches away from Jack Redhead. Great awareness from the skipper. Robertson to Kelly Evans. Plays a 1-2 with Bello. And Robertson back to Woods. Neither keeper have been tested yet. Woods has been the busier. He's had the ball played back to him more than Fallows has. Bryant, it's a high one, looking for Kane Noble, but beaten mid-air by Bryson and sent back towards Bryant. Kelly Evans to Bezic and chipped across the left-hand side by Bezic, and now Bello can get moving towards the penalty area. Left-hand side, he's got Grantham with him. Here is Corey Grantham. Cuts in on Percy. Finds Kelly Evans on the edge of the area. Mazzano, who was looking for Corey Grantham, didn't reach him thanks to the head of Cannon Whiteside. Shark, 2 headers away. 1 up and 1 out. Mazzano looking to Colin Bagsley, trying to duck past Shark. He poked the ball into touch. You have to think that Sphinx will be the happier of the two sides as 25 minutes have elapsed. Remember, we are going off there for around 10 minutes here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel for a quick break at half-time. As Grantham looking to race through on William Echenguele. He's got it past the goalkeeper, but drags it wide at the far post. Echenguele trying to edge Grantham away from the box. He cut off that angle just enough to ensure Grantham couldn't roll it in off the far post. Well, finally, we get some goalmouth action. Fallows will take the goal kick. There's been some more goals in the Premier League. Luton lead Newcastle by 1-0. Andros Townsend with the goal there as Matty Shipman receives a yellow card for a barge into the side. I believe that's Bryant who's gone down. Indeed it is, Kyle Bryant hitting the deck hard. No malicious intent there really for Shipman. It was a powerful leap from the number 9. Lopez going for the ball. It just so happened that Bryant was knocked over and landed awkwardly. Thankfully he is back on his feet and raring to go. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Spurs now 2 up against a resurgent Everton. Son in the 18th minute. And it's just got worse for Rugby Town. Sutton Coldfield now 4-0 up. James Tagg in the 27th minute. But in the other 7 games, aside from the Spalding and Sporting Council matches against Walsallwood and Rushden respectively, and the rugby game against Coleshill, there have been no goals. It's a very barren afternoon in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Can Webb change that? No, he can't. Just like Grantham a couple of minutes ago, drags it past the far post. This time from the opposite wing. But promising signs from Quorn. Bryson taking a few yards on that throw. Rolls up into the chest of Redhead. Looking for the overlap with Shipman, but challenged by Kelly Evans, who gets the throw. At 15 yards from the halfway line on the right side for Quorn. Mazzano looking for the head of Billy Key. Key nods it down. Echenguele is first to the party and punts it clear. Into the centre circle it goes. Robertson. Kelly Evans chips it over, a little dinked pass to Silvio Bello. Bezic under pressure from Redhead, good pressure from the former Hales Owen man. Kelly Evans tried the crossfield ball, it's cannoned off Matty Shipman, and Shipman looking to make use of it down the left-hand side. He's got an option in Luke Downs in the penalty area. Kelly Evans tries to hold him off. And it's put into the side netting by Shipman. A tame cross from the Sphinx marksman, it has to be said. Going up to the half-hour mark, still 0-0 between Quorn and Coventry Sphinx. Sphinx so far have done their job beautifully. They've come here looking to be resolute at the back, and they have been. Here's Kelly Evans. That scintillating pace through the middle. Grantham avoids the slide challenge of Shorrock. Kelly Evans looking to play it back to Grantham. It had a little too much power on it and turned away by Bryson. Headed back into the danger zone. Shorrock volleys it out into the home dugout for a throw-in to Quorn. Mazzano in from the right. Billy Key maybe sizing himself up for the strike. As that is off of Bezic! Bullet from Bezic! A game of very, very few chances. Bezic made his own. And a powerful punt flying past follows gives Quorn the lead. Quorn needed inspiration, and they get it from the captain. Quorn lead by 1-0 in the 30th minute.
Goal for Quorn in the 31st minute. Number 8.
Now Shorrock going to get Sphinx on the front foot and try and wrestle control of this game away from Quorn. Here's Shipman. Bryant firing out on that far side.
The time today is the 31st minute. Thank you to everyone that took part. The prize can be claimed from the match office in the second half. And the scratch card has been won by John Morris. And he can collect his prize.
Afraid to come from James
the
Bryson.
Once again, thank you to everyone that took part in those competitions.
Needs options. Dow's trying to create one, but it's a little too far out of Bryson. He's going to take a run up, Aaron Gunnarsson style, into the area. Lock. Jack Downs to Luke Downs. Floating ball from Luke Downs. Nodded across towards Matty Shipman from Percy, but easily dealt with by Robertson. Key. Looking to kickstart the cans that can only nod it into touch on this near side. Percy. Now Lock forced into the corner. He's going to have to try and take the corner kick if he can. Oh, he's trying to dance it out of danger there, but the free kick has been given against Alex Lock. An awful lot of physicality there from Lock. He was trying to use his fancy feet to get out of a sticky situation. He got the ball away from them, but he couldn't get there in time to reach it. Well, next time we're on air here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, you won't have to wait long. Tuesday afternoon, Boxing Day, at home to Lie Town. That's going to be a good one. Stumbled by Whiteside as the Long Boys played from the free kick, but Echingwele mops it up. Grantham. Now Billy Key looking to thread it through for Paddy Webb, but again Echingwele is the difference. Quorn looking to open the floodgates. Now they've finally got that first wall, sorry, first brick out of the Sphinx wall, should say. Trying to be a bit too fancy there, Kelly Evans and Marzano trying to trick their way through a number of Sphinx players on the right-hand side, but eventually the ball played back through to Marzano, rolled into touch right in the corner. Sphinx have got to get this throw right, of course. They lose it here, they're in a whole world of trouble. Bryson's throw towards Shipman. Nodded up by Marzano and out by Marzano off the clubhouse roof. Midway into Sphinx territory. Bryson again will take the run up. Downs back to Bryson. Thumps it towards the right hand side. Great touch from Percy, taking on Bello. He's got Redhead with him. Joe Percy looked to slip it through for Redhead. It's directed back to him though. Here is Redhead. Jack Redhead tries to play it back across Joe Percy, but it's intercepted by Bezic. And now Kelly Evans on the counter. Key. Powerful ball over to Paddy Webb, but Bryson in with a challenge and deflects it out for the throw. Once again, back in Sphinx turf. Or should it be artificial turf, seeing as we're on the 3G here at Farley Way. Mazzano, great determined run, but eventually, as he took the ball past Bryson, he was caught on the way through. As he looked for a route into the penalty area, and about 7 or 8 yards outside the box in the right corner, it will be a free kick to Quorn, and Bryson feels that he was hard done by there. Bezic standing over it. Well, after his previous effort, which got Quorn onto the score sheet, you wouldn't bet against him having to go from here. Floated in towards Robertson and gathered by Fallows, who quickly distributes it upfield towards Redhead. Silvio Bello gets there first, sort of pushing the back by Redhead, who quickly made his apologies. He says nothing doing, but Woods swipes it out over the main stand roof. Shouldn't really have been under that amount of pressure. It will be a throw. That's 10 yards up from the halfway line on the right wing for Sphinx. They've got 9 minutes of normal time plus stoppages to try and find an equaliser before the break, but Locke can't find the route in, blocked off by Kane Noble. Webb, death flick onto Billy Key, and now Noble making the overlap, through ball towards Kane Noble. You got 2 against Rugby. Can he get one today? Plays it across the penalty area. Edginguele and Whiteside have to be careful not to knock it into their own net there, but it rolls harmlessly across. Fallows will take the goal kick with 8 minutes of normal time to go. And it's been a quiet afternoon for Coventry City at the Stadium of Light. Still Sunderland 0, Coventry City 0. Shipman trying to pressure Brighton, who will say at the back. Finds Woods, who sends it straight down the heart of the field. Grantham nods it to Billy Key. Locke steaming in with a challenge, but takes it to Corey Grantham. Bezic curling, switching the play to Charlie Mazzano. It's with Bezic. Now Webb. It's been a quiet afternoon for him so far. Billy Key, recent arrival at the club. And a tame effort from Paddy Webb, gobbled up in the near post by Keelan Fallows. No harm done for the Sphinx. The highlights of this match will be available tomorrow morning here in the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. If you are enjoying the coverage, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive content from the club. Shark to Matty Shipman. Here's Downs. Look for Red on the edge of the area, but Bryant got his right boot there first. It's up to Webb, scrambling for the ball with James Bryson, and Bryson in with a chance, has got the throw. Redhead to approach along the left-hand side, little stumble. The challenge in by Bryant. Bryant takes it out for the throw, level with the penalty area on the left side. The Sphinx have been pretty quiet over the last 20 minutes after an impressive start. Downs. Breaks into the air from the left. Jack Downs into the bottom corner. Well, you have to think if anyone was going to score today for the Sphinx, it was going to be Jack Downs. One of the most determined performances we've seen from Jack this season. His first goal of the campaign couldn't have come at a better time just before the break. Downs refusing to give in, breaking in from that left-hand side, dancing past the defenders, spotting the far bottom corner and finding it with precision. Coventry Sphinx square it over Farley Way. It's 1-1.
Goal scorer for Coventry Sphinx in the 40th minute, number 8, Jack Downs.
Oh, a real shot to the arm for Coventry Sphinx there. They are level at Farley Way, and a match which few fancied them in. The Quorn fans trying to get behind their boys now. After a surprise equaliser, I think we can call it. Key loses out to Bryson, and Luke Downs with the interception. Bryson looking for Alex Locke, and they've got to be careful not to invite Quorn in here, just after working so hard to level the game up. Mazzano's cross, and Fallows had to be on guard, tipping it over the crossbar, and it was dipping beneath the woodwork. Corner to come, Devon Kelly Evans, former Coventry City man, ready to take it from the left. The diminutive Dynamo from the left-hand side curls it in. It's a deep one towards Robertson. Shipman felt he was being held as he got his head to the ball, and he was right. Referee gives the free kick within Spinks' own penalty area. Keaton Fallows towards Shipman. Head off the back of Shipman by Mazzano, gets the ball back towards Webb, but it bounces too close to Echenguele. Robertson volleys it to the right-hand side, and Shark told leave it, let it go out. He does just that. Jack Downs. High into the sky for Shipman. Was he dragged down by Robertson there? No, he wasn't. Doesn't get the decision this time, Shippo. Webb makes the run down the right-hand side. Just keeps it in the confines of play and finds Grantham sliding by Bryson. Enough to take Grantham's eye off the ball, and it's swiftly into safety from Downs. Here's Shipman. Dances away from Bezic. Neat turn by Redhead away from Mazzano. Spinks have got their confidence up now. I was looking for Alex Locke. He just bounced away from him at a crucial moment and reached Bryant. Bezic rolls it through the centre circle. In the middle of the park to Kane Noble. Space for Bello on the left-hand side. He's only got Percy in front of him. Looking to duck and dive into the area. Grantham tried to return to Bello, but intercepted by Whiteside. Luke Downs' clearance charged down by Bezic, kept alive by Grantham. Bezic dinks it through for Bello. Still Bello. Great drive into the area, and at the near post, Paddy Webb arrived, but can only bundle it wide. Into the last 90 seconds of normal time. Again, we are going off air for a quick break at the half-time whistle. We will let you know what's going on around the grounds before we do so. We'll just be muting the microphone so you don't have to leave the YouTube video. Make sure you get yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold. Get back here for 4 o'clock. Challenge in by Shorrock. And now it's Spinks on the march. He's got Redhead to the left, Shipman to the right, plays it behind to Jack Downs. Shipman. Redhead crossing opportunity. Rolls it right with Locke. Shipman. Quorn getting men back now. It's going to be hard for Spinks to break through. Shorrock. Caught by Bezic, ploughing in. And a free kick in a shooting range for Coventry Sphinx. Now, wouldn't this be a turn up for the books if in the last minute of normal time, Sphinx are able to take the lead after going behind through that bullet from Bezic. Equaliser from Jack Downs. It's been an intriguing first half, it really has. Well, Sphinx have been picking up too many draws recently, admittedly, from joint manager John Woodward. But this is a game where I wouldn't say they'd be happy with a draw, but they'd be content with one. Can they go one better here and put themselves in front with Jack Redhead standing over the ball? 4-man wall awaits. 1 added minute has just been announced. So this could be the final goal mouth action of the first half. Redhead steps up, doesn't beat the wall, but it comes back to Redhead. A second strike again, cannons off the wall, and Shipman was offside as he retrieved it. Little wag of the finger there to the assistant saying, no, don't do it, don't do it. But he did raise the flag and the whistle was blown. He's a character, Shippo. Kelly Evans, can Quorn bite back before the break? Kelly Evans bundled over by Jack Redhead, and Shipman helped out too. Long ball from the back from Bryant, nodded into midfield by Ejinguele. Here's Kelly Evans picking it up for Quorn. Robertson. And now Bello. Last chance saloon for Quorn before the interval. Bezic. To Kelly Evans, chips it left for Bello. Percy's over there with him. Percy blocks him off. He has to go down line with Kelly Evans. Slid into the area by Corey Grantham, but no one there. But Keelan follows. The referee blows for half-time. And what a half that was. Brilliant action between Quorn and Sphinx. It ends 1-1 in the opening 45 minutes. Right, let's get you into the latest scores around the grounds if we can. And there's been a goal at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 0, Coventry City 1. Tatsu Sakamoto with the goal for the Sky Blues. Brilliant news for Coventry sports fans everywhere. Right, so in the Premier League, it's Fulham 0, Burnley 0, Luton 1, Newcastle United 0. Nottingham Forest 0, Bournemouth 0, and Spurs 2, Everton 0. Remember, Liverpool Arsenal is at half 5. In the Championship, Blackburn 1, Watford 0, Leicester 0, Rotherham 0, Middlesbrough 1, West Brom 0, Norwich 0, Huddersfield 0, Plymouth 1, Birmingham 2. Not great there for the managers Argyle against Wayne Rooney's Blues. QPR 0, Southampton 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Cardiff 0, Stoke 0, Millwall 0, and as we said, Sunderland 0, Coventry City 1. And let's take now into the current scores around the grounds in the Northern Premier League. Bedford 0, Shepshed 0, Corby 0, Boldmere 0, Gresley 0, Cambridge 0, Harbour 0, Anstey 0, Loughborough 0, Coastal 0. How many 0-0 still won at half-time? Lie 1, Hinckley LRFC 0, Quorn 1, Coventry Sphinx 1, of course. Spalding United 2, Walsall Wood 0, Sporting Council 1, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. And, well, Rugby have actually got a call back against Sutton Coldfield. Remember, they were 3-0 down after 10 minutes. Then they went to 4-0 in the 27th minute. But Leon Francis and David Kolodinsky have made it Sutton Coldfield 4, Rugby Town 2. That's one to watch there in the second half, as is this one. Half time again, Quorn 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. We're going off air now for around 10 minutes. We'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Second half here at Farley
And we're
Way.
back for the second half here at Farley Way in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. It's Quorn 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. No sign of any half-time substitutions. So it's as you were for the end of the first half. And what a first half it was, actually. It started off the opening 20 minutes very even. Very few opportunities, and it took an absolute belter from the Quorn captain, the number 8, Ryan Bezic, to open the scoring, and what a strike it was. An absolute thunderbolt putting Quorn in front, but then the dogged determination of Jack Downs driving Sphinx back into this game. And we are set to go. Second half was about to start, but Kane Noble getting a jump start from the referee's whistle. Here we go. As Redhead gets us underway. Sphinx now going from right to left. And it will be Jack Redhead on the ball. Down to Redhead, urged to shoot. Does! And stings the gloves of Woods. Opportunity in the first 30 seconds of the second half. Sphinx starting as they hope to go on. Hoofed in from the right-hand side towards Shipman. Loaded up. It was being parried from behind. Referee says nothing doing. Chipped into the area for Jack Downs, but bounces into the hands of Woods. And the referee halts the game as I believe Bezic is sorting out his shin pads. It's taking him a while, but the referee obviously has to make sure that everyone is safe to play. And we'll get underway with a drop ball, which we dropped at the feet of Charlie Woods. And the ball is back in play. Here we go. Robertson. Over to Silvio Bellows, creating some menacing situations with the Sphinx in that first half as Grantham has his leg taken away from him, and the quick free kick didn't work for Sphinx. Sorry, for Quorn, I should say. They'll carry on with Bellows, slide in from behind by Joe Percy. Feels that Bellows got the final touch on the way through. Referee doesn't agree. And Bellows looking for Grantham. Chested down by the winger. Loved on by Kelly Evans. Bellows just beaten to it by Callum Whiteside. He'll look for a route in from the left-hand side. Now Percy in Traws, he has to track back to his own touchline. Lost it as far away as he can. Lock beaten mid-air, and it's now brought down by Bezic. A little tangle with Shipman on the far side. Outfield to Bellow. Looking for Kelly Evans in the centre, but it's cut out by Downs. Redhead. Shipman. Looking to swipe it left, but before he could do so, there was a challenge in from behind in the centre circle. Mazzano wants it. Mazzano gets it. Strolls into Sphinx territory. Charlie Mazzano. Buddy Webb, don't write him off yet. It's been a quiet game for him, but we know how dangerous he can be. But he's dispossessed with a slide of Jack Redhead. Shorrock towards Matty Shipman on the halfway line. Rolls it back for Bryson, and a high one from Bryson. Misjudged effort there from the veteran centre-back. As it bounces out just shy of the penalty area for a throw-in taken by Bryant. Robertson. Plenty of space for Bellow to kick-start the counter. Ball through the midfield. No one picked it up, though. Turned away by Edginguele. But Quorn aren't done. Here's Kelly Evans. Bezic in the centre circle. Drives it left for Grantham. And Grantham lets it roll. Noble picks it up. Down onto Silvio Bellow. Grantham will to bully his way through the back line. Noble heads across with Devon. Kelly Evans! Beautiful strike! The former Coventry City youngster bags against Coventry Sphinx. Much like on Bezic's opener, Kelly Evans relies on the power And it paid off for him, the little man with a big, big goal for Quorn. It's 2-1 to the home side.
Goal scorer for Quorn in the 49th minute, number 22, Devon Kelly Evans.
Instant impact for Quorn at the start of the second half, and Shipman gives away the free kick straight from the restart there as Bello leaps over him. Not an awful lot that Shipman could have done about that one. Referee just checking that Bello's okay. And the ref heading over to talk to the linesman there. Not entirely sure what for, but appears that everything's good to go now. So in the 50th minute, Quorn lead again by 2-1. Sphinx have fought back once, can they do it again? Robinson at centre-back for Quorn. That's with Bezic. Quorn's playing in a back five at the moment. Plays a 1-2 with Bello. Launches it up towards the edge of the penalty area, nodded out towards the far side by Edginguele, kept in by Percy. Robertson beats Redhead to that aerial duel. Edginguele has to turn away the counter again. Good defending by Edginguele. Luke Downs. Towering header gets there in front of Noble and lunges in on Kelly Evans, but Downs stays down. And the referee rightly brings the game to a stop. Devon Kelly Evans lunging in on the Sphinx captain. And the physio is indeed called over. Well, Cannon Woodward going for a quick warm-up, the club captain. Be the logical option, a straight swap in midfield. Reminder of the substitutes for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon. Callum Woodward, the central midfielder. Winger Jordan Hayward. You got to the attacking options also of Gio Dainty, Jamal Adams and Calum Bailey-Nichols. And as it stands, they are going to be needed. Downs asking the referee why it wasn't the foul given. So it will be a drop ball situation when Downs is able to get up, which thankfully he has. And will now leave the field momentarily. So it'll be a drop ball in the centre circle. Shipman making his presence known. Quorn are going to head straight back on the attack. Downs called straight back onto the pitch. Bryant. Space on this near side for Mazzano. Has to play it back to Bryant, nowhere to go. Bryant static. Has to go all the way back to Woods after holding the ball for a good 10 seconds in the same place. Woods towards Grantham. Across towards Webb, but cut out by Bryson. Redhead away from Bezic. Shipman wants it played through. Redhead driving towards the net. Shipman still wants it. Still going Redhead. Maybe took it a little too far there as Kelly Evans swept in and launched it out for the throw right in the corner. Redhead has been a man reborn recently. You can tell that he's back to full fitness. And a yellow card there for Jack Redhead, for what I can only assume is dissent. Something said towards the man Match official there. 10 minutes into the second half. Can Sphinx pull it back once again? Redhead standing over it. Likes of Locke and Ejingwele in there too. It's a punch by Woods. Doesn't really go anywhere. It's going to have to be dealt with by Marzano. Sent high into the sky and he's caught by Luke Downs. Free kick given. Marzano punting the ball away with the outstretched leg, caught by Downs. And probably one of the more clean-cut free kicks you're going to see today. And the Sphinx faithful to our left, with ironic cheers as Marzano gets back to his feet with a wry grin on his face. Rolled across to Bello. Bezic. Nearly caught in possession by Redhead there and anchoring midfield. Away to Bello again. Bezic doesn't waste any time. This time punts it up onto the head of Percy, but Percy's header intercepted by Paddy Webb. Bello trying to get to the second zone on the left-hand side using that pace, but the ball was moving too quickly even for him. And out it goes for the goal kick. There's been a couple more goals in the Premier League since our last update. Burnley lead at Fulham by 1 goal to 0. It's 1-1 between Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth. And crucially at the Stadium of Light, it remains Sunderland 0, Coventry City 1. Apparently it is all Sunderland at the moment. Sharks attempted clearance charged down by Marzano. It's brought back by Jack Downs, the goal scorer for the Sphinx. Trying to find his way through congested midfield, but couldn't take it past all of them. Kane Noble with the crucial touch. The clearance need back by Bryson to Jack Redhead. Oh, Redhead looking to play Shipman on. He's playing out wide at the moment, but interception made by Bryant. Woods. Slightly off balance that kick, but finds Grantham on the left-hand side. Deflected out by Joe Percy. Dare Sphinx go for a more attacking approach now that they find themselves behind. They do have plenty of attacking options on the bench, including Dainty, Adams and Bailey Nichols. As well as Jordan Hayward, who can play out wide as well in a front three. Great drive from Shipman. And it had to be dealt with there. Bryant had to tap it into touch for the corner with Redhead lurking behind him, ready to poke it home for the second equaliser of the game. Redhead taking his time and getting over to the corner. Redhead looking for white shirts in there. It's towards Matty Shipman. Deflected behind for another corner. Shipman felt he was having his arm held as he got the strike away, but deflected out off Bryant. It would have been a soft penalty if it was given, but there was certainly contact from Bryant. Redhead, take 2. And Matty Shipman nods it over as it was flicked on by the head of Jack Downs. That ball's not coming back, so we've got another match ball on the field. And heading up towards the hour mark, Quorn lead by 2 goals to 1. The second goal coming in the early minutes of the second half through Devon Kelly-Evans. Into the midfield it goes. Bryson nods that one down, only onto the head of Marzano. Only onto the head of Downs. Over a kick by Bezic. Headed on again by Luke Downs. Having a little game of head sayers here. Eventually brought down by Whiteside and hoofed up towards Matty Shipman. Bello jumps all over Shipman there. Referee says nothing doing. And Quorn will deal with that one. Webb under pressure on this near side by Bryson. Finds Marzano trying to trick his way through Shorrock. And slightly soft free kick given there. Shorrock with a little dig in on Charlie Marzano. Shot by Mazzano, 1-2 with Bryant now. Finds Robertson. Are Quorn happy with this 1-goal advantage? While Sphinx aren't happy being behind. They're getting reinforcements ready. And it's Jamal Adams who is set to come on. Started last week's game at Gresley. His first start is returning to the club from Coventry United. Shipman closing in on the goalkeeper. He was onside. No, he wasn't. Flag eventually raised. That's a hoof from the back. It was brought down from Charlie Woods. And here comes, well, there's going to be 2 substitutions here. The first of which will be the number 11 coming off for, I believe that's for Coventry Sphinx, and that would be Alex Locke.
Substitution for Coventry Sphinx.
And indeed it is Locke heading off.
Replacing number 11, Alex Locke, is number 16, Jamal Adams. That's the 61st minute substitution. Jamal Adams replacing Alex Locke.
And for a moment, there's a call preparing to change their own, but no, it is just going to be Adams coming on for Locke. So, a change of attacking intent now. Sphinx going for 2 up top with Shipman and Adams side by side, and Shipman forcing the throw there, right, racing down towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. And Redhead will have the throw for the Sphinx. Shipman tried to cushion it down for Adams, but snatched away by Mazzano. Punted clear by Bezic. Webb decided not to go for that ball. It's nodded away by Callum Whiteside, but it's going to come back. Not for long, though. Driven to the left, hoping for Kane Noble to get on the end of it there, Billy Key, but rolls out harmlessly for the throw in front of the away dugout. Again, no Sean Thomas today, the joint Sphinx manager, enjoying some family time. Putting family before football, how could he? It's not something you catch any of us doing. Just joking, of course, if Tomo's listening. Hope to see you back on Boxing Day. And if you're not, we're cutting you pay. Here's Bryant at centre-back for Quorn. Spinning the option down the right-hand side in Billy Key. It's Bryson. Attempts the clearance there, and Corey Grantham has gone down holding his left knee. Sphinx play on. It didn't look like Grantham took a touch from any of the players. Maybe just been an awkward touch. Shipman couldn't keep that in the confines of play on the far side of the field. Well, Grantham now screaming over to the ref. Maybe there was a touch. He certainly feels there was anyway. Well, Grantham's back in the action, and Quorn will have the throw just into their own half. Bello. Well, Shipman feeling that the ball went out of play. That return ball to Bello. Referee says nothing doing. Now here's Mazzano trying to utilise that space down the right. Grantham. Now Billy Key. Grantham, and there's space on the right-hand side, is there? Well, there was a bit for Mazzano, but the ball was too pacey for him. And out it goes with the goal kick. This second half is raced by. We've had 17 minutes of the second half already. Blink and you'll miss it. And so far, it is the Coventry-born lad, Devon Kelly-Evans, who's the difference between the two sides. Goal kick over the head of Adams, but the header sent high into the sky by Shorrock. Shorrock brings it down with the header. Adams sends it over the back line. No one making the run. Adams makes his apologies. Bello receives it from the kick, but it's an awkward ball into the area, into the centre circle, I should say. But Downs could do nothing with it. Grantham finds Webb. And Kelly Evans looking for the run of Corey Grantham towards the penalty area, covered up by Bryson. Squares it for Key. Can Key turn and shoot? No, he can't. And Kelly Evans went down under the challenge of Redhead. Referee says nothing doing. And now Jamal Adams tracked down by Robertson. Again, the whistle stays silent. Bezic. And with Billy Key, the former EFL striker. Grantham. Webb on the edge of the area, chips it over to Mazzano for the crossing opportunity. Charlie Mazzano. Going across to Webb. Gathered by Fowlers before Webb could divert it home. the highlights will be available either tonight or tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow morning, here in the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, so look out for that one. Robertson knotted away from Jamal Adams, but collected by Finley Shorrock. Jack Downs. Now Shipman trying to turn his man. And finds a little pocket of space on the right-hand side for Percy. Looking for an option in the area, rolls it across. Shipman cannons off the back of Devon Kelly-Evans. And bounces out. Did he go out for the corner? No, he didn't. Bello just keep it within the confines of play and putting it out for a throw instead. So the throw in to come in from the right side. Hoofed in towards Shipman, and Woods with a risky attempt to clear, but does slide it away. Grantham looking for the 1-2 with Key. The 2 didn't reach him, and now Grantham has got it back through Kane Noble. Probing ball into the penalty area low towards Webb, but collected by Fallows. Shorrock. Sphinx on the counter with Luke Downs. Matty Shipman. Edging Gwale, the former Coventry City and Dundee centre-back. Thumped it up towards Jamal Adams, but it's Bryant getting his head on the ball when Mazzano picks up the pieces and clears the danger. This clearance back to where it came from by Bryson, and Jamal Adams caught from behind by a leaping Charlie Mazzano. And safe to say Mazzano's family aren't too happy about that one next to us. Although they may be tad biased. Free kick from Jack Redhead to come in. Mazzano's mistake cost them. Floating towards Edgingwele. And a bit too much pushing and pulling in there for the referee's liking. Immediately blows the whistle for the Quorn free kick within the confines of their own box. And another change coming for Coventry Sphinx, and it's going to be a straight swap at left back. Finley Shorrock is withdrawn, and Jordan Hayward will make his way onto the pitch. Now that may not seem like an attacking change, but Hayward loves a dart up the wing. He can play the front three as well, which in fairness he has been since his return from injury. Sharp brought in to cover the injuries to Callum Martin, and Jordan Hayward has been ever present at left back really since his arrival. This is the first time that we've seen Hayward at left back since probably late September. That's John Woodward entrusting Hayward at left back for the remainder of this game. Sphinx have one change left that they can make, and Sphinx absolutely furious there as Whiteside leapt in with the header, knocked it out for the throw-in, but Sphinx feel that the Quorn man got a touch on the way through. Well, there is going to be a change for Quorn in a moment. One of the players stripping off. I'll let you know who it is as and when we know. Throw back to Bello. Kelly Evans. Bezic back to Kelly Evans, back to Bezic. And lobs it into the air for Noble, who puts it down for Billy Key and deflected behind off the substitute Jordan Hayward for a Quorn corner. Devon Kelly Evans on set-piece duty, the Coventry-born midfielder. Kelly Evans in towards that far post. A crucial header by Matty Shipman behind, but the free kick been given anyway. Shipman was being held by Robertson. And we'll get underway with a goal kick again. 25 minutes of the second half gone, just 20 left for Sphinx to make a difference. They have got Caelan Bailey-Nichols on the bench as well, should they need him. Also Gio Dainty. So they haven't played all their cards just yet. Redhead! Oh, that is sublime! The cheek! The bare-faced cheek to even try it, let alone score it! Jack Redhead with one of the greatest goals you will see this season, lobbing it over Woods. I can't quite believe what I've just seen. Jack Redhead take a Howson. And for the second time this afternoon, almost lost in that absolutely incredible goal. The fact is that Sphinx have levelled it again. Well, there are worse ways to do it. Jack Redhead with a stunner makes it 2-2. Well, it takes a lot to shock me. It really does, but honestly, I can't believe that A, he even tried it, and B, that he pulled it off. What a goal. Well, it is now Quorn 2, Coventry Sphinx 2, and well, that'll definitely be a free kick there for Joe Percy, leaving one in on Silvio Bello, and again, Quorn have got it all to do. They've taken the lead twice, and twice they've been pegged back against a Coventry Sphinx side who are towards the bottom of the table. Not many would have given them a chance heading into this game. But it's safe to say the league encounters between these two are a lot more tight, a lot more close than the FA Trophy game. That was a 4-0 victory again here at Farley Way back in September. But the opening league fixture between these two ended 1-1, and it was a good sign for Sphinx heading into their first ever Step 4 season. And they are battling for everything in this game. As we said earlier, they've had a lot of draws this season, maybe too many, according to the management. But would you look at gift horse in the mouth? Would you take a point out of this one? I think with Sphinx playing how they are, they may even want to go for all three. Well, Matty Shipman ensures that ball isn't coming back. Well, actually, no, it bounces off the clubhouse roof, so ignore the commentator. Awkward ball back to Woods. That's a volley, it straight into touch. Couldn't handle the ball, of course. So has to skew it out on the left-hand side with Jamal Adams closing in. And Quorn are set to make their first change. Is it going to come before the throw? Looks like there's two players warming up. So he's going to take the throw first. It's in towards Shipman at that near post. Diving header out by Bello. Thrown in the same position. And again, Quorn are going to hold off on that sub. And Percy Course on the way through. Challenged by, I believe it was Robertson on the far side. And it's going to be a throw-in, a free kick, I should say, to Coventry Sphinx. I'm still getting excited by that goal from Jack Redhead. Well, that is certainly one we'll want to see again, and we'll try and get the highlights up tonight just for that. And there's been another goal at the Stadium of Light. Coventry City are 2-0 up. Callum O'Hare surely sealing the victory for the Sky Blues. Redhead ready to launch it in from the right-hand side. A one-man wall of Ryan Bezic, hoping to get something on it. Towards Shipman, but nodded away. Hayward keeps it alive, racing in front of Grantham. Off the shoulder, was it? No, handball. It looked like it came off the shoulder of Jordan Hayward. There's he's bundled to the ground after the whistle blows by Bryant. A quick shake of the hands there between the two players. And now the substitution will take place. And it's Bezic leaving the field after a quite phenomenal goal. You would have bet your house that would have been the best goal we would have seen today. Not so. He's withdrawn to be replaced by Reese Fife, who did start the victory at Rugby Town last week.
Replacing number 8, Ryan Bezic, number 4, Reese Fife.
And it is just the one substitution. We saw a couple of players fiddling about with their kits, but it is just Fife coming on for now. As the sun sets here at Farley Way, we see a beautiful red sky in the background. Well, at the moment it's red sky at night, Sphinx's delight. Quorn won't be happy with a share of the spoils here. Mazzano. Grantham tries to flick it over the back line and nodded back out by Jordan Hayward. The throw by Mazzano to Devon Kelly-Evans. His twin brother Dion plays at right back, also a former Coventry City player. Lobbed away by Woods. It's over Whiteside, not into the area by Grantham. A chance to strike now for Noble! Kane Noble restores Quorn's lead with 15 minutes to go. Noble slips it beyond the outstretched Keelan fellows. You've got to give it to Quorn. They've been persistent. Sphinx have given it everything they've got. They've come from behind twice, but they'll have to do it for a third time if they're to take something from this game. Quorn 3, Coventry Sphinx 2.
Goal for Quorn in the 76th minute, number 10, Kane Noble.
And another change coming on for Quorn here. You have to think they're going to be looking to consolidate this lead.
And substitution for Quorn.
And it's Billy Key leaving the field.
77th minute.
We haven't seen the board come up. We won't see the
number 9, Billy Key, is number
shirt.
16, Tyrell Shannon Lewis.
Right, it's Tyrell Shannon Lewis who comes out. It looks like it's going to be an attacking change.
Has been found. It's some sort of Samsung Galaxy. If you've dropped your phone,
so
please come to
it's
the
3-2 here. It's Farley Way, but don't change the channel just yet. Shipman looking to drive through, and he just takes it too far over the line. Do not think this game is done by a long shot. And Grantham screaming at his defenders for allowing Sphinx through. Could there yet be one last twist in this tale? And Sphinx are going to make their final change. And it's Gio Dainty who will come on for the away side. And he will be replacing Callum Whiteside. Sphinx are going for this. Defender off, attacker on. It looks like they're going 4 at the back now. Possibly a 4-3-3. With Redhead playing a number 10 role behind the attackers.
Coventry Sphinx. I didn't see who went off, but coming on is number 15, Gio Dainty.
Well, the stadium announcer here at Fileway didn't see who came off. I can assure you it was Callum Whiteside, and it is Gio Dainty back on. I believe the last time Dainty played was when he scored against Nuneaton Borough in the Birmingham Senior Cup. He's been missing for the last couple of weeks. Well, he is now ready to make a difference in this crucial stage of the match. Kelly Evans, will he try it again? Urged to shoot from the crowd, doesn't oblige, plays it right to Grantham instead. Grantham gets it back. Slip it through, turned away by Luke Downs. Adams looking for Shipman, crucial header away by Bryant. And the offside flag is raised against Matty Shipman. He's fallen foul of that a couple of times. Looks like there's been another substitution as well. Paddy Webb has been withdrawn for Ant Carney. Must have missed that one, but here is Carney. Under pressure here, Quorn in the midfield, and Redhead comes away with it. I think he wanted to continue, but he scrambled away from the challenge. He was caught on the ankle. And here is Joe Percy. Driving run from Percy. Eventually bundled over by Carney. Just in front of the tunnel here at Farley Way. About 10 yards outside the box, if that. Ejengwele races up for this corner, and Redhead will look to find a Sphinx shirt in there. What a game this has been, one of the best of the season. The Sphinx will be disheartened if they leave Farley Way with nothing. Redhead looking to make sure that doesn't happen. Bit of pushing and shoving between Noble and Adams. And the referee repositioning the ball, which of course is going to throw off Redhead's preparation. And eventually we will get this free kick taken. As the corner management scream at the referee. Now Redhead can set his sights on the box. It's in by Redhead, and a diving header out by Kane Noble for the corner. Into the last 10 minutes, Quorn 3, Coventry Sphinx 2. And there's been another goal at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland 0, Coventry City 3. Well, someone likes that one. Palmer with the goal. And it's Matty Shipman off the line! And back in by Adams and Gray! Gathered by Woods! That close to a third equaliser. Those are the margins at this level. Matty Shipman thought he had goal number 3 sewed up, but it was headed off the line by the Quorn defender, and the Reds maintain their lead for now. Cross with Mazzano. Grantham. Oh, and Shannon Lewis couldn't find the way through, but he's got the ball at his feet. Kelly Evans. Fife. With Kelly Evans again. Kelly Evans forced back towards the halfway line. Great pressing by Jack Downs, and gets a bit of a soft free kick there. Jack Redhead forces his way into the back. Didn't have to give that one away. Well, in the Premier League, Luton still beating Newcastle by 1-0. Burnley now 2-0 up at Fulham. It's 2-2 between Forest and Bournemouth, and Spurs still lead Everton by 2-0. All eyes on this dramatic conclusion here. The last 7 minutes here at Farley Way. It's still 3-2 to Quorn, but can Coventry Sphinx come back one last time? Shipman, determined run. Space on the left for Jamal Adams. Races to the left corner and gets there. Haywood. Adams still with him. Jack Redhead. Nowhere to go for Redhead. Downline to Adams. Drives it into the midfield with Luke Downs. Quorn have everyone back. Redhead floated in towards Jack Downs and nodded out for the corner by Ant Carney. A dangerous position to be in for the Quorn substitute. Right in front of his own net, had to get that header right. Redhead again on set piece duty. It's a deep one. Too deep. There's a back in by Bryson. Bryson holds off the challenge of Corey Grantham. Still Bryson. Just about keeps it in. Edging Gray tries to get his head in it, but it's out for the goal kick. Quorn wanted to kickstart the counter. It was launched up towards the substitute Shannon Lewis. And Ejengwele barking at the referee saying that ball hadn't gone out. 6 minutes left. The referee checking his watch. I don't think there'll be an awful lot of added time, probably no more than 2 minutes. But all changes now have been made. Quorn have made their 3, Sphinx have made their 3. This is how we're ending this game. But the question is, will the scoreline be how we're ending this game? Thumped up by Woods. Edgingway wants to claim that one and volleys it straight into Quorn's final third. Shipman on the right. His cross deflected out of the shoulder of Bello. And another set piece. Only Luke Downs and, of course, the goalkeeper, Keelan Fallows, staying back for this one. In fact, no, Percy's coming back too, as Quorn have 2 up. Shannon Lewis and Devon Kelly-Evans staying up for Quorn. Everyone else is in that area. It's an unchallenged header away by Mazzano. Curled into the midfield by Redhead, but it's Devon Kelly-Evans who retrieves it. He's trying to beat Hayward for speed, but Hayward cuts him off. Kelly-Evans. And he's a 1-2 with Ant Carney. Grantham. Kind of looking to dink it through. And Grantham's challenge in on Luke Downs. Did he get a touch on that ball on the way through? It's been given as a throw-in to Sphinx in their own backyard. And Fallows asking, where's the ball? Well, he's got it now. And it's going to be taken by William Edgingway. We are now into the final 4 minutes. Edgingway, nodded on by Shipman. Here's Jamal Adams, dragged away by Bryant, the centre-back. Fife, turned away by Edgingway. Bryson spots Percy in a pocket of space on the right-hand side. Joe Percy gets driving. Slips it into Downs in the midfield. Jack Downs looking to drill it, and it cannons off Robertson. No one's leaving this one early. Hoofed in by Percy. Chested down by Shipman. With his back to goal. Percy in again. Hayward's waiting. We didn't reach him thanks to Kelly-Evans. Nodded across for Redhead. Off balance, Jack Redhead looking for a second spectacular, but it bounces off the roof of the stand behind the goal. And Quorn are going to take every second that they can, and the referee indicating he's adding this time on. Eventually Woods does get the ball and puts it on the deck. While it may not be as clear-cut as we thought between Sutton Coldfield and Rugby. Sutton Coldfield were 4-0 up. It's now 4-3. Semihimbo giving Rugby a chance. Kelly-Evans. Looking for the run of Corey Grantham, but cut out by Downs. Edgingway. Dainty the target, but volleyed back where it came from by Bryant. And, well, that's disappointing there for Shannon Lewis, who thought he had a chance to race into an unguarded penalty area, but the offside flag was raised and the free kick quickly taken. Here's Jordan Hayward, followed all the way by Grantham. Looking for Jamal Adams. The ball was cut out by Mazzano, but the free kick given against Grantham for a push in the back on Jordan Hayward. A chance to lay it in deep for Jack Redhead. 2 minutes left. Sphinx have got to make this difference now. Redhead. Towards Bryson. Not up by Brosnan. Edgingway's in there. Off a moment. It looked like Wood was going to drop it. But it's come down with the ball in hand, but landed in a heap. Wood stays down. The referee is going to have to check on his condition. We may well need the physio over. And again, precious seconds tick away for Sphinx. There's been a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Andre Gomez has made it 2-1 with Everton having a chance of getting something from that game. A reminder at the Stadium of Light, Sunderland 0, Coventry City 3. Goals from Sakamoto, O'Hare and Casey Palmer, ensuring that Michael Beale's first game in charge of Sunderland does not go to plan. Elsewhere in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands, no more 0-0s. We've all got goals now. Bedworth losing again at home to Shepshed Dynamo. Remember, Coventry Sphinx play Bedworth at the Oval on New Year's Day. Corby 1, Boldmere 2, Gresley 0, Cambridge City 1. That's a big result if Cambridge can hold on to that. Harborough 1, Anstey 2. A massive win that would be for Anstey. Loughborough 2, Coleshill 0, Lye 1, Hinckley 3. Remember, Lye were leading at half-time. Spalding 3, Walsall Wood 0, Swanton Cows 4, Rushden and Diamonds 1, and of course, as we said, Sutton Coldfield 4, Rugby 3. We're about to enter added time now. We've got 1 minute to go until the 90 minutes runs out. And Sphinx are at the wrong end of the field for their liking. Hayward has a trick past Noble, who at the moment is the match winner. Bryson rolls it right with Percy. Here's Jack Downs. Launches it up to Dainty. It's over Dainty. May fall for Adams. No, headed away by Bryant. Fife. Only as far as Luke Downs. Hayward crowded out. The ball deflects out of Mazzano for the corner. One more chance for the Sphinx. Added time will be announced shortly. I would say 3 minutes. We had a couple of injuries in this second half, both Quorn injuries. And also one for Luke Downs as well. Corner in by Redhead is a deep one. Hooked back into play by Shipman as it looked like it was heading out. Hayward charged down and collected by Jack Downs. Snatched away from Downs at the crucial moment. Mazzano, and now Devon Kelly Evans looking to race through the midfield. There's space on the right-hand side for Corey Grantham. Grantham picks it up but can't get moving quick enough. And now through to Carney. Carney to wrap it up. Pulls it away from the defender. Carney, it's in. It's over. It's 3 points for Quorn. Just as the board goes up to indicate 5 added minutes, Sphinx's hopes of a share of the spoils have evaporated. Heartbreaking for the visitors who have played so well this afternoon. But Quorn's class eventually shows. This second half has been a goal fest. But crucially, most of the goals have come the way of the host. Ant Carney, the substitute, wrapping up the win. Quorn 4, Coventry Sphinx 2. And that is such a shame for John Woodward's side, who have played immensely today. But when given the opportunities, Quorn haven't missed. And for the second consecutive game at Farley Way against Coventry Sphinx, Quorn have scored 4. But this time the Sphinx have fought back. It's going to take a whole lot of effort for Sphinx to equalise from here. They're 2 down. We've just added time to go, of which we've already had 2 minutes. Of course, there will be more time added on after the goal, as Ejingwele has to hook that ball onto the roof of the net for the throw-in. And Quorn are going to take their time. They have a 2-goal lead. No need to rush. Mazzano crowded out and loses out to Hayward. Kelly Evans. Kane Noble turns away from Luke Downs. And Hayward in with a standing challenge on Carney, and that will be a throw-in. Just down the line from the penalty area for Quorn. They're nearly there. 2 minutes of the original 5 left. Fife. Mazzano. With Devon Kelly Evans. It's intercepted by Jordan Hayward. Here's Redhead. Sphinx aren't giving up. Shipman's run curtailed by Fife as Mazzano takes the ball with him. And tries to edge Redhead away from it. Oh, certainly time-wasting tactic on show there by Mazzano. May have been looking up to go in the book for that. Downs challenge run behind by Grantham onto the roof of the stand again. And we're going to need another match ball.
In all the excitement, I forgot to mention that the officials announced there will be 5 additional minutes. We've had 4 of those now.
As the second announcer says, yes, we have had 4 added minutes, but there will be more after Carney's goal. At least 1 more minute. Hayward. Launched it towards Dainty, and Dainty, try as he might, couldn't keep within the confines of play. Tried to slide it away from the line, but couldn't do so. It's a disappointing end to what has been a really good performance from Coventry Sphinx. They would have been more than happy leaving Filey where they shared the spoils, but this league is cutthroat, and so are the teams in it. It will give them a lot of motivation heading into the Boxing Day match against Lye. And the referee brings his whistle to his lips for the final time. Quorn certainly had to work for it, but they have got the 3 points. Sphinx pulled Quorn back twice with some spectacular goals along the way, but Quorn just pulled away towards the end. Coventry Sphinx maybe don't deserve to leave Farley away without a share of the spoils, but that's football, unfortunately. That's step 4. It's cutthroat, and it's not always fair. The Sphinx can leave Farley Way with their heads held high after a gutsy performance. Final score here at Farley Way in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands, Quorn 4, Coventry Sphinx 2.
That's 10 o'clock here at Farley Way.
Well, thank you for joining us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. It has been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to look for the highlights of today's match, hopefully going online tonight. We'll let you know on that one. Congratulations to Coventry City, who have wrapped up a 3-0 victory at Sunderland. Brilliant performance there from the Sky Blues. And Matty Shipman not too happy about something going on there. I'll have to turn the camera back on now. A little bit of argy-bargy, hopefully nothing more than that. But don't forget to join us for our next match here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. It's Lye Town on, let me get the date for you. Yeah, on Boxing Day, the 26th of December. So that is on Tuesday. So make sure to join us for that one. From everyone here at Coventry Sphinx, thank you very much for your company this evening, and we'll see you next time.